You know those aha moments where everything snaps into focus and your path feels clear and simple? Those inspiring breaths of freedom and clarity, which seem to slide back out of focus as quickly as they came. This channel is here to catch those flashes of insight and get them down in clear language so we can keep them more present and integrate them into a more harmonious way of living. If you want to bring what's in your heart out into the world, if you want to move through life a bit more skillfully, if you want to realize your full potential and help us to realize our potential, and if you dare to believe that we can leave this world even a bit better than we found it, then this channel and newsletter is here to support and inspire you on your path. I'm Samuel Wexler, a classically trained violinist, now multi-genre, multi-instrumental composer, producer, and performer. I'm a certified yoga teacher and longtime meditator. I love learning languages and connecting cultures, and I've lived in Colorado, Mexico, and China. I'm a husband and a father. I'm passionate about consciousness and human potential. And I'm not willing to just accept the terrible things that we humans do to ourselves. This is our time. This is our reality. Let's make a harmonious reality. Let's work together to create harmony from the smallest scale to the largest scale and help empower a united human family. Harmony doesn't mean no conflict or disagreement, but rather learning to make differences weave together instead of clash. It means realizing it's not a zero-sum game and that you don't need to lose in order for me to win. It means seeing our different perspectives as opportunities for greater collaboration and collective problem solving. We already do this. Now let's do it better. The world's issues can seem overwhelmingly complicated, but we can also come back to some simple fundamentals. We are all connected. If we work together to rise, we'll all rise. If we fight to keep each other down, we'll all stay down. This is obvious, but there's something stopping us from seeing it clearly and acting accordingly. Let's drill down as far as possible to get a handle on where this confusion comes from and organize a plan to fix it as if our lives depended on it. Because they do. I know it can seem hopeless as we see so much suffering and senseless destruction, but we also have good reasons to believe we can make a more harmonious reality than ever before. It's so much easier and faster to destroy than to create. So the fact that we have a society that works at all means that the good inside of us is stronger than the bad. It seems to me we just have a few deep-root issues which cause the huge variety of suffering we see in the world. If we can better diagnose and treat the root causes of suffering, the whole tangled web of misery can begin to dissolve. And the deepest root issue that I can see so far is that we're totally lost in our thoughts and missing what's actually going on. I'll let you know why it seems this way to me in a future video, but I'd like to know, what do you think the deepest root issue is? Let me know in the comments. When a key insight snaps into focus, it can change the way you live forever. It has for me, and it probably has for you too. Sometimes the shift is instantaneous. Most of the time, it takes time to integrate, but once that insight has been seen clearly, it continues to work on us on some level forever. This channel reminds us of our most lucid moments, helping us integrate new and healthier habit patterns. In everything I've learned in any field, I've noticed that a single new practice or study technique can change the way I'm learning and make me make progress like never before, and that a lot of these techniques and insights can be applied across different disciplines. None of us have this totally figured out, of course, but we can get better at learning and better at living. Life always has its challenges, and there's a certain tragic quality inherent in the human experience, but we can learn to surf the waves more gracefully. I'm determined to keep discovering and sharing these insights, inspirations, practices, and techniques in a way that we can digest and integrate into our lives. Some of these ideas I've been excited to share for over 15 years now, as they've repeatedly proven themselves to be useful long-term and in a wide variety of contexts. If you check my first YouTube videos, you can see I actually first started this channel over 11 years ago, but didn't stay consistent with it, and instead focused my attention on music, language learning, and connecting with different parts of the world. Over a full decade later, I finally now have the clarity and focus to bring this project to life. Throughout the years, I've periodically collected different types of my content in this channel, but from here on out, the idea is that this channel will be for inspirations, ideas, and insights, and the other types of content will be on other channels. On this channel, we'll look at universal patterns that express themselves throughout various domains and levels of existence, and how we can align ourselves with them. We'll explore paradox, where seemingly contradictory ideas are actually simultaneously true, and how integrating different levels of analysis can help us to form a more rounded worldview instead of polarizing to destructive extremes. We'll work together to connect the dots to form a harmonious path forward. Come here when you want to hear something that will inspire, motivate, expand, and clarify. Come here for frameworks to work smarter, not harder, to learn how to learn better, to understand your mind and how to be more its master and less its slave. Come here to discuss what's not working in your life or out in the world and how we can make it work better. This is a community where we can drill down on the root causes of human suffering and organize solutions. To be honest, this channel is also for me, to help remind myself of the insights that slide in and out of focus and to help me keep them more present in my day-to-day life. It's also for my kids. I realize that I'm not guaranteed another day. I don't know how long I'll be here, and if I were to die tomorrow, I will have wanted to leave as much wisdom with them as possible. I have another channel just for practices to develop well-being in body and mind and to cultivate internal unity. These practices draw from yoga, breathwork, meditation, martial arts, and more. Dive in there when you want to actively practice something in real time to feel an immediate benefit and to integrate the theory of this channel into deeper levels of your being through direct experience. My third channel is all focused on music, for when you want to let a unique blend of sound waves wake up your heart and soul. I don't want to oversell this. I certainly have not fully mastered this amazing mind and body that I've been gifted with in this lifetime. And I don't live in perfect harmony inside myself or in my relationships. But I've learned and grown enough to know that progress is possible and think that what I've learned could be of use to you. And if we share and integrate the wisdom that we already have, we really have no idea just how good life could get. Each of us is not just a grain of sand, but rather a node in an elaborate network of nodes, and everything we do ripples outwards. We each have pieces of the puzzle which we can put together to transform our lives and the world. I'm here to share the pieces I have so far, and if you resonate with this message, I invite you to join this community and share your pieces. I invite you to dig a little deeper with me. I invite you to play and invite you to share, and I invite you to discuss. If this all seems overly optimistic to you, let me ask you, what could be more worth doing in this life than developing your unique potential and helping us to make the most harmonious reality possible? However far we get, isn't it worth it? Isn't harmony worth aiming at? Having even a bit of hope is the first step, so I'd like to share some reasons to have hope in humanity. Or if you already have hope, let's dive into a first key insight. I love you. Thank you for being here. Really, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here.